Hello, hey there, welcome. My name is Lee, and welcome to this video. Thank you for clicking or letting it just, the last video finish and you didn't click cancel in time. Whatever reason you're here, welcome. Normally on Thursdays, I've been doing Church of What's Happening Now podcast reactions, and for those of you in the church family who like it and like them, I'm going to continue, but I wanted to start mixing it up a little bit and letting you guys into the rest of my life and the rest of my personality. And so I'm going to react to something different today. And I unfortunately, I don't have their name, but you know who you are. You had a great idea. For those of you who don't know me, if this is your first time seeing me, yes, I am bald, short, and I'm fat. That's true. But here's the thing you might not know. I used to be much, much fatter, and you will see that proof of that in a second. So I have been losing weight all my life, but I recently I started in December of 2020, and I had gone all the way up to 336 pounds, and I am 5'4" tall, which is very short. Even like in Asia, where like the average height's a lot lower than it is here in America. Even in Asia, they're like he should wear some bigger shoes. I am very short, so 330. I looked like a human kettlebell bowling ball. It was not good. And I posted a picture because I'm recording this on July 21st of 2021. I'm down 105 pounds, like I said, but I get a question a lot of like, do I feel so much better? How do you feel now? And to be honest, there are a couple things, like my legs don't hurt as much anymore if I'm standing up for a long time. My breathing is better, my snoring is better, but to be honest, for the most part, I feel very similar. But I posted some pictures when I hit the 100-pound down mark, and someone had a great idea for me to react to the picture of me at the beginning, and that's what I'm going to do today. And to be honest, I when I normally post something, like when I post this, I make sure nothing's wrong with it, and then I never watch it again. It's uncomfortable for me. And I'm not, trust me, I'm not flexing my Fitbit 2. I just got it. It's not 2. It's something. Forget what kind it is, but I just got it. But when I post something, I don't really look at it again. It's uncomfortable for me. It's just not something I'm into. However, when I posted this, the picture of my beginning, I just, like, the days following, like even up to like a week later, I would just go look at it, and I posted a side by side of now. So this, that's a manly look, right? I look like that, like the school or like the toddler pictures kids take on like a big block for some reason. But I look like this versus how I looked back then. And I wouldn't even look at like the much better version. I would look pretty much exclusively at what I looked like in December. And it made me very sad. It really was upsetting, or is upsetting. And I wanted to just walk through what I feel like when I see it, what I was feeling at that point, and like the short story behind it. So I'm gonna quickly switch scenes. OBS talk. Boom, bang. Wow, look at that. Okay. This was December. I started December 2nd of 2020. This was probably maybe a week before, something like that, a few days before. I'm in the basement of my mom's house, And this is actually a screenshot from a video because I recorded my first, I have a Patreon following my weight loss. And I'm indebted to all of those people who have stuck with me for the 7 or 8 months, because without them, I would look like I'd probably be I might even be dead. My mom, to be honest, when I started losing weight, said that when I got home from Milwaukee, I went from, for those of you who don't know, this is the first video of mine you're watching, I lived in LA for 10 years. When COVID happened, I left Los Angeles in August of 2020. I was through October in Milwaukee, and then I got back to Massachusetts end of October, early November. And when I got back to Boston, my mom later told me when I started losing weight that she was worried I was going to have a heart attack. And looking at that, I can see why. So the shorts and the shirt that I'm wearing there are both the biggest things I've ever owned. The shirt's a 3X, and I think the shorts might be 2. I bought both of those things. I bought like 3 or 4 pairs of the shorts and like 5 or 6 different versions of that shirt in gray and black. I bought them at the beginning of the pandemic because my jeans didn't, like, it got to the point where I would, every time I saw someone wearing jeans, even though I'd worn jeans, I'm wearing jeans right now, when I would see people wearing jeans, I couldn't really understand it because it hurt. For like they didn't fit. My fat jeans turned into skinny jeans because I gained all the way back plus some. I had went from 227 in 2016, 2017 probably, somewhere around there, and I got all the way up to 336 in 2020. So in like 4 to 5 years, I gained 109 pounds. Wow, that's crazy to say. But it literally blew my mind that people's pants fit. Because every time I would get jeans, they would just be too small in a few months. So the shorts are like cloth, elastic waistband shorts, and the shirts are just plain 3X. Like, and it was I got them at the beginning of the pandemic, and we were sitting at home anyway. So I was like, I need to have something that fits, because like this shirt, I think this shirt might be a 2X, so it's a little big. I'm down to a 1X now. But none of these fit at all, and I couldn't sit around my apartment naked all day. And like when I was going out to the store, I needed to have something, so I got a bunch of these on, and it's all I would wear. And like just look, like the first thing I notice, there's a few things I notice. One, the first thing I notice is that the shirt is tight. This is a 3X. And like you can, I was gonna move my mouse, but you guys can't see that. There's right around the stomach, or my stomach's area, the shirt is tight, and I knew I was fat. I've known I've been fat. I know I'm fat now, but I had no idea I let it get to that level. I swear, guys, I knew that I was heavy, and I knew that I needed to lose weight. It's not even that I didn't care, but I just sort of gave up, and I just had no idea. I knew intellectually, when I was on my way to Milwaukee, I was going to work with somebody, and I was like, I need some jeans now. I had these shorts. I wore these shorts from March to August. Different pair. I would wash them. I'm sure they smell terrible. But I stopped at a Walmart in Arkansas. Wherever the headquarters of Walmart is. It's either Nebraska or Arkansas. And And the biggest pair of jeans they had were 50s, and they had 3 of them, and they barely fit. And then, like a month into my time in Milwaukee, they didn't fit anymore. So the biggest pair of jeans I could find at a store was a 50, and they didn't fit. Like, at this point, they didn't fit at all. Wow. And I just had no idea, like, so it's weird. Some people will tell you you're fat, and then, like, some people, I think they don't want to hurt your feelings, and that's very nice, but it's also, like, I go back and forth on fat shaming. I don't like people. It doesn't feel good. And I wouldn't tell anyone to fat shame. And I had people in my life. I had a few people in my life who would tell me I needed to lose weight. And I wasn't ready. So, but it's a mixture of I wasn't ready, but I should have been. Like, look at that. Like, look at. I was gonna break out my license, but that is exactly what my license looks like. My face was so big. Like, my chin was just resting on fat. You couldn't see a neck. It would, like, it just looks awful. It just, if you listen, I have a podcast. I have a couple podcasts. I actually have a podcast called the Waistline Podcast where I've been chronicling this as well, and I interview people who have lost weight or are trying to lose weight. But I also have a podcast that I started in November of 2020 called What Was I Thinking? And I say that to tell you something that I hated. I wasn't doing video for it, partially because I hated the way I looked on video, which you can see why. But when I would edit it, sorry, let me get a drink. My voice is raspy today. When I would edit it, I would notice that my breathing was so loud in between speaking. And it still is a little bit on here, but it is nowhere near as bad. But I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it as I was doing it, but then recording, it was like, it was awful. It was just awful. And, like, I don't know. I just couldn't hear it. That was my first clue of really how big I got. No clothes fit. I used to get really down also because girls had no interest, and I get it now. I get it. Man, the face and the stomach are really what get me on this. Just how big my face fucking was. Jesus Christ. It looks like I look like the monster from Ghostbusters. Whatever that dude was. Was it the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Am I just remembering that wrong? Like, it's just huge. And, like, I had a couple weird things, like when my leg would burn a little bit, like the side of it. Like, and I looked it up. It was like a nerve was encased in fat, basically. So, like, the side of the leg would get, like, a little bit numb. If I stood up for too long, it would hurt. And then, like, right at the end, if I was walking upstairs after standing up for too long, it would burn right on that. And that's completely gone now. Thank God, knock on wood. My snoring is better. I still do snore, but my snoring is way better. I walk 2.5 to 3 miles at least twice a week. I've started seeing someone recently, which has been very nice. And she was too nice. I even said to her, like, I showed her this. And she went, and I went, you wouldn't have gone out with me, looking at that. And she's like, oh, I like chubby people, and I'm a nice person. And, like, no. Listen, it got to the point where my my sex drive was completely gone. Like, I just didn't care. I would, I couldn't reach it. It's just the truth. I literally couldn't reach to do anything down there. So I had to like lay on my side. It was just awful. But I was so unhappy, and I basically just given up. And even like I did an episode with my brother about losing 100 pounds, Jordan Syatt, who's you may know him as Syatt Fitness. And I told him a story. So right when I started this, about a week in, I had to go pick up coffee for my mom, and it was at a Dunkin' Donuts, and I hate diets. Now I don't. I'm eating the way I'm eating. I actually really like. It's called OMAD, 1 meal a day, and I'm counting calories, and I lost 5 pounds last week. I'm doing really well, actually. But at the beginning of my diet, I get negative. Like, it's never gonna work. Why are you doing this? And I got half a dozen donuts, and I ate them in like 2 sittings. And from that point, that was it. That was the only time I ever cheated, really. Yeah, I have days where I eat a little bit more calories, but that was my only legit cheat. And I look like my face is just, I mean, it's a video, so it's like a weird thing. I'm not posing for a picture. But like my eyes are closed. It was hard for me to get around. I could still get around, but like I remember in Milwaukee, the guy that I was working with, he likes to get. We were working out of my hotel, and he likes to get out of the hotel. And there's a bunch of great lakes in Milwaukee and rivers, and there's a mile loop. And one day he's like, "Let's go do the walk," and I was too ashamed to say no. And like by the end of that loop, I was praying, and I'm not a religious person. I was praying that he wouldn't want to do another loop. And now I could, no problem. But at that point, when I got to the end of that mile, I basically beelined for his car. Because like I'm done. Like, it was hard to breathe. My legs were killing me. And it's just crazy to think that now I'm going to start training for a 5K. I'm only going to do one. I don't like working out. For those don't trust me. I'm no David Goggins. I'm no Cam Hanes. I despise, obviously, look at that. There we go. It's reversed. Look at that. I hate working out, but I want to prove to myself that I can run one 5K in my life. Man, it was just so fat, and I didn't realize it. But that's really it, you guys. I'm gonna do, most of these are gonna be funny, but not everything in life is funny, and I know. Let me get that out of here. I don't want to look at that anymore. Not everything in life is funny, and I know that there's a lot of people going through weight loss, or considering it, or people telling you need to lose weight. I'm down 105, and I probably have, conservatively, 80 pounds left. If I'm 230 right now. I'll tell you exactly what I was yesterday. I was, 230.6. So I need to lose 80.6 pounds. And if I could get to 150, that's really probably where I should be. I'd like to even get to 145. So I'm going to lose close to 200 pounds. And it's going to be a struggle. It's very, I've never lost this much before, but I know that it's going to be hard to maintain it and to not slide back into old habits, because I still love food. I eat salads, but it's not because I like them. It's because I have to. And I just want to make sure that, I'll show it one more time. Trying to make sure that never happens again. That's so, God, I hate that picture. Just look at my eyes are staring into my soul. It's like, ugh. Bring me tacos. But that's it, you guys. I wanted to just share the reality of what my life was and what was going on back then and how I am now. And how I am now is a lot happier. I'm nowhere near my goal, but things are getting better. And I love you, and I appreciate you for watching this video. Like I said, every Thursday I have some reaction video. They have been church reaction videos up until this point, but now I'm going to start branching out. So I'll see you guys soon, and let me know if there's anything that you want me to react to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.